So, I am not always good at engaging with people, which is part of the entire reason the first set of poems here were called Poems Not Blogs or Vlogs. I had no problem writing poems, but the idea of unpacking behind them or unpacking my thoughts to people I don't know wasn't really high on the list of things to do, but I wanted to create a presence. And admittedly, I am not all that good at posting even videos and poems on a regular basis. So I decided that I would step outside my comfort zone. And part of that was to take one of the pre-existing soundtrack poems and change it up to make the mix-up poem. And use that as reason to create a video somewhat behind the scenes. So first start with the soundtrack poems. And I may have commented it on to a small extent when the first ones came up. The idea was I wanted to explore and give credit to the music that impacts me, that has, in some cases, already impacted poems that I've written. It sneaks in. The images are borrowed and pulled on. So I wanted to be more deliberate about that. I also, and the structure of the poem was also impacted by how I wrote music reviews. Because when I wrote a music review, I wanted to take you through the CD, to go song by song as far as more or less what you could expect from it. So I married those two ideas. The idea of one stanza per song, while listening to that song, repeatedly if necessary, to get the stanza. But have the order of the songs, the images from the songs, to a certain extent, dictate what the poem could be, or would be. And there's a few that I know I want to do that I haven't done yet. And not all of them will be bright and cheerful. But then again, neither of my poems, so that's hardly surprising. So when I created the remix, or the mix-up version, because I don't know technically if it can be called a remix, when I'm just changing the order of the stanzas, and there's no further shuffling beyond that, I took one of the CDs and played it on shuffle, and used the shuffled version to dictate the order of the verses. Kept the same verses, each verse being connected to one of the, or stanza being connected to one of the songs, and I played the CD through. And yes, I listened to the song from start to finish. I mean, technically I didn't need to, but that seemed like cheating to me, so I couldn't do that. And then I recorded the adjusted version flat. I deliberately did not put any interpretation into it, and I don't always, but for that one I really did not want to. It is still a piece to be explored. I haven't figured it all out yet. The other thing doing the remix or mix-up version does is it forces me to go back. Forces me to go back to a piece that I have readjusted and look at it again until I sort it out, because I have not sorted out the remix version or the mix-up version. I have a better grasp on what the original says, but the mix-up version, that's sort of it more open at the moment, and it may never become closed. I will try to get more video poems up on a more regular basis. I will be doing more of these as well. I'm trying to engage, trying to let you see a bit more of what happens off camera connected to the poems. Glimpses of the behind the scenes. So, well, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this is something that you actually are interested in finding out more about. Please comment. I don't get comments, which is fine. But for this, knowing what you might be interested in seeing more about, that would be much appreciated at this end. And who knows, that might actually be the next video for the behind the scenes glimpses. So, take care. Sing the dark, live the light.